220 days. Opposition politician Aleksey Navalnyy spent that much time in a punishment cell during his imprisonment. He was charged with various violations: leaving a short button unbuttoned, introducing himself incorrectly, looking at a colony employee in the wrong way. Now a politician who's serving time in a maximum security colony is being transferred to a single cell-type room. The reason was supposedly a refusal to work.
I already had strict conditions for serving a sentence, and yesterday, immediately after the appeal in the case, they took me to the commission and announced that due to my incorrigibility, I would be transferred to a single cell-type room for a period of 12 months. Aleksey Navalnyy, Russian oppositionist, on Telegram.
Navalny's lawyer filed an administrative claim with the Kovrov City Court to declare the transfer of the opposition to the single cell-type room illegal. The Federation has increasingly begun to tighten punishment for political prisoners. Transfer to a punishment cell is usually unfounded. Thus, Moscow Deputy Aleksey Gorinov, sentenced to 7 years, reported difficult conditions in the punishment cell.
A cold stone bag with an area of 5.5 square meters where the sun's rays do not reach. It is always cold and damp here, regardless of the outside temperature, and hordes of mosquitoes that enter the chamber from below through holes and cracks in the wooden floor. But my main enemies are cold and dampness. I sleep without undressing, covering my head, but it is still very cold. Aleksey Gorinov, Russian oppositionist. The Telegram channel We Can Explain quotes.
Alexei Moskalyov, who's serving a 2-year sentence for discrediting the army, found himself in the cell for the 5th time. The conditions of detention in the punishment cell have long been recognized as torture. You are only allowed to sit on a stool during daytime there, and the bunks are chained to the wall. They can only be lowered at night from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. In the punishment cell, short-term visits and receiving parcels are prohibited. It is considered one of the most severe types of punishment in correctional institutions. The European Court of Human Rights unfortunately has never given a systematic assessment of the current practice of permanent detention in a punishment cell, but the ECHR noted that long-term detention itself in a punishment cell and a sealed-up premises, taking into account the severity of the restrictions imposed, causes serious consequences for socialization and health, is inhuman and degrading treatment. Olga Podoplelova, lawyer and expert in human rights, in an interview with the publication We Can Explain. 10 years ago, the European Court recognized the conditions of detention of prisoners in Russian punishment cells as inhumane, and later a similar decision was made regarding colonies. Convicts in Russia have repeatedly appealed to the International Court of Human Rights. However, on March 16, 2022, Russia was expelled from the Council of Europe, which resulted in the withdrawal of the Federation from the jurisdiction of the ECHR. After this, the European Court suspended the consideration of all complaints filed against Russia. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.